Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and also make sure you check out my website, daytradingfearless.com, where you could sign up for the weekly trade zones for the S&P E-mini futures for only $50 for a lifetime subscription. Pay one time, that's it. But as always, let's jump right into it. And today's video is going to be what you should do in the stock market when you're beginning, okay? And even if you're a beginner, intermediate, or a professional, hopefully these 5 little tools or whatever ideas will help you along. Or if you're having trouble with your own trading and you've been doing it for a while, these should also help you. So the first one is learn the stock market. Learn what the stock market is. Sit in front of the screen every single day. I call it the 10,000 hour rule. Okay, if you do anything for 10,000 hours, by the end of it, you're actually going to be a professional of it, right? So I have definitely put in way more than my 10,000 hours over the last 20 years of day trading the stock market. I've sat in front of the stock market from open to close almost every single day since I've been for the last 20 years, okay? I mean, there have been days in a week here and there, but mostly I'm always learning, okay? I'm always trying to figure out how to keep getting better. How does price action work? What does this work? Does that work? And that is part of learn the stock market first, right? Learn what stocks are, learn what options are, learn what futures are, and then find something that really resonates with you. That's the most important thing, because me personally, I'll swing trade, I'll be a long-term trader, but I've had to play tricks to get my mind to look at different ways of looking at longer-term holds. Me personally, I love scalping. I love being a day trader. I love going home in my main account, flat a position. Now, there are stocks that I've owned for maybe a couple of years, and with those stocks, I understand they're in a whole separate account. I hardly ever look at them, and those are stocks where I understand it's a long-term trade. I want things to happen, but it might take a couple of years for it to happen. So that's the first thing. Learn the stock market. Second thing is trade small at first, okay? When you're learning to trade, one of the biggest mistakes most traders make, I believe, is when they start to trade, they trade too big of a size, right? They'll trade 100 shares or 1,000 shares because they're always thinking about the money. Okay, and that is one of the worst things I truly believe you could do. And this is where a lot of people fail, because while you're learning and you're trading with big size, you're blowing up your account, because chances are you're not going to be right all the time. So one thing, and especially with commissions being as low as they are, even stocks being free, right? If you're learning the S&P E-mini futures, maybe watch the S&P E-mini futures, but go trade one share of SPY. There's no charge. There's no commission, right? So you could trade one share, and maybe you look for 2 points on everything. That the SPY tracks the S&P E-mini futures, and you can really understand and learn a strategy that works for you. And while you're messing up, you're making mistakes, you're trading such a small share, your bank account's not getting hurt, and don't worry about the money. This is a journey. So trade small. That's number 2. Number 3 is going to be, don't think you are ever smarter than the overall markets, okay? That is one of the biggest problems. Somebody will start to trade for a couple months and they think they know everything. They think they have the market down, and guess what? The market will come up to them and smack them upside their head and say, nope, give me the money back, right? Because they might start making money, and then like lots of money in doing a lot of stuff And then what happens is they'll start to get too big, or they start to get cocky, and they actually think they know how to trade the market better than a seasoned professional, and the market won't do what they think they do. And it usually happens when they put a bigger size on. So don't ever be smarter than the market. The fourth thing is be humble, okay? Be very humble with the market. Understand the market is always changing. What worked last week is not going to work this week. Don't think you were the best trader because you sat there and you put a trade on and you made 100% on that trade because you got lucky and just that one stock was the one stock that actually moved, okay? Just every time you trade, one of the best things I like to do is think like a robot, okay? Or a computer, kind of like an algorithm. Every time the computer wins, it doesn't get happy. Every time it loses, it doesn't get sad. It just goes, I see the trade, I execute the trade, and then I move on to the next trade, right? When it's over. So for you, what I would suggest is when you win, don't get happy. Don't jump up and down and be like, yeah, this is awesome, right? Just go, good. What did I do correct on that trade? What did I do wrong on that trade? And once you understand that, you move on to the next trade. And that's how you learn. If you lose on the trade, don't punch your computer screen. Don't pick up the laptop and smash it on the ground, okay? It doesn't help anybody in that situation. Just look at it and go, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? And learn from that mistake. And this is why I say trade very small. You're going to make a ton of mistakes, okay, at the very beginning. So, and then finally, number 5 is trade to trade well and the money will follow. One of the problems is everybody thinks about the money when they trade. Try not to think about the money. It's very hard. People will have a paper account and they'll crush it. They'll do amazing in a stock account with a paper account, right? They're like, oh, I just made 200, 300, 400 times, percent on my money in 3 months. Okay, but then when they go put real money down, then that's the reality check of, oh, wow, my emotions are getting involved with this. And that is probably one of the hardest things, is to disconnect the emotions from trading, the money from trading. When you learn a strategy and you start to perfect that same strategy, look for one thing and try and trade that same thing over and over and over again. And then when you put live money down, okay, trade to trade well. Don't go, ooh, I'm going to make all this money. Go, are my rules being applied right now? Is the trade setting up for what I actually want? And when that happens is when you execute the trade and you have an entry, your target, and your stop loss. Okay, one of them is going to get hit, either your target or your stop loss. Let it go and let the trade work out. And again, trade small if you're beginning, right? Don't blow up your account trying to learn. I've taught too many people. I've had this conversation too many times. And I keep telling people, if you're watching this, you know who you are. Stop trading with big size until you could get a very good system down. So I hope that those 5 things will really help you become a better trader. And as always, thank you for watching my videos, and make sure you guys like and subscribe to the video. And until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.